Welcome to the Shigeaki podcast, where science and longevity come together to help you feel stronger, age better, and live with intention one small habit at a time. I'm Dr. Mark Hyman, and I want to begin today's episode with a question that might feel a little too familiar. Do you feel like your legs are weaker, or that climbing stairs takes more effort than it used to? If you're over 60, you're not alone. In fact, more than 30% of adults over 60 experience something called sarcopenia, a gradual loss of muscle mass and strength. It's not sudden, it creeps up slowly. You feel a little more tired after a walk. Your balance becomes shaky. Stairs feel steeper than before. Or worse, you start avoiding certain movements altogether out of fear of falling. But here's the good news. Muscle loss isn't just a side effect of aging. It's also the result of what we do or don't do every day to support and nourish our bodies. And that brings us to a surprising ally in this journey, something humble, warm, and healing tea.
Yes, Mark. I'm Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara in Japan. We have a saying, what you drink each day shapes how you move each year. I remember a 78-year-old woman I cared for many years ago. She wasn't a bodybuilder. She didn't go to the gym. But every morning she drank a cup of ginger tea to warm her body and stimulate circulation. And in the afternoon she brewed a gentle red bean tea full of minerals and energy. With these small habits she walked 3 kilometers a day, even into her 90s. She told me, in Japan, we don't just eat for strength, we also drink for strength.
That's such a beautiful truth. In today's episode, we're going to show you how 3 simple teas, all natural, affordable, and easy to prepare, can support your muscles, reduce inflammation, and help you move with confidence again. You'll learn which teas are best for building and preserving muscle after 60, when to drink them for maximum benefit, and how to make them part of your evening or morning routine with zero stress.
Whether you're recovering from weakness or just want to feel more steady and energized, these gentle teas can become your quiet daily support.
And don't forget, if this episode resonates with you or someone you love, like this episode, subscribe to the Shigeaki podcast and share it with any friends or parents over 60 who might be feeling a little unsteady or tired these days. Let's take a step back before we dive into teas and solutions, because first we need to understand the real issue, and that issue is muscle loss, what doctors call sarcopenia. After age 60, most people begin to lose 1 to 2% of muscle mass every single year unless they're actively doing something about it. That may not sound like much, but over 5 or 10 years, it adds up. And muscle isn't just about strength or looks. It's your metabolism, your balance, your mobility, and even your immunity.
That's very true, Mark. In Japan, we say, the body doesn't weaken because of age. It weakens from stagnation and lack of nourishment. When your muscles shrink, your posture changes. You may notice your back rounding your steps, shortening your legs, tiring faster. This makes you more likely to slip, trip, or hesitate, especially on stairs, curbs, or wet floors.
And there's a hidden danger most people don't realize. Less muscle means less energy, because your muscles help regulate blood sugar, burn fat, and keep your brain sharp. When you lose that lean mass, your body becomes slower at using nutrients. You feel more sluggish, more inflamed, and even more forgetful.
In traditional Japanese health philosophy, we consider movement a form of nourishment. But even more important is giving the body what it needs to rebuild itself. And for older adults, that rebuilding isn't just about protein, it's about circulation, warmth, minerals, and recovery, all of which the right tea can support.
So, if your legs have felt heavier, if you've been getting winded too easily or waking up stiff, don't ignore those signs. It may be your body asking, can you help me rebuild what I've lost? And now, let's begin with one of the most time-tested healing teas in the world, ginger tea. You've probably had it for nausea or a sore throat. But after age 60, ginger tea becomes something much more a daily circulation booster that can gently wake up your muscles.
Yes, in Japan, we often say, where the blood flows, healing follows. Ginger is a warming root. It helps dilate blood vessels, sending more oxygen and nutrients to your muscles and joints, especially in the legs and back, where stiffness tends to collect in older adults.
That's right. And for people over 60, poor circulation is one of the silent contributors to muscle weakness, cold limbs, and even delayed recovery after mild activity. But ginger doesn't just increase circulation. It also has natural anti-inflammatory properties which help reduce pain in joints, especially if you're dealing with mild arthritis.
In traditional Japanese homes, warm ginger tea is often served in the early morning before breakfast, before coffee, as a way to gently stimulate the stomach and prepare the body to absorb nutrients.
And that's important, because it turns out that when you drink ginger tea in the morning, it can help prime your digestion, so the protein you eat later, whether from eggs, tofu, or even soup, is absorbed more efficiently.
That's why ginger tea is not just about heating the body. It's about helping the body use food better, especially when muscle rebuilding is your goal.
So, how to make ginger tea the right way. Here's our favorite way to make it. Take 1 to 2 thin slices of fresh ginger about the size of your thumb. Simmer gently in 1.5 cups of water for 5 to 10 minutes. Optional. Add a few drops of fresh lemon juice or a small slice of orange peel for extra vitamin C. Drink it warm, not hot, and sip slowly.
If you have a sensitive stomach, you can even add a small teaspoon of honey or a pinch of sea salt. The goal is not to shock the body, but to invite it to wake up gently.
And when's the best time to drink ginger tea? We recommend first thing in the morning before breakfast, or 20 to 30 minutes after light movement like stretching, walking, or gentle tai chi.
Many of my patients find that when they drink ginger tea consistently, they feel lighter in their legs, warmer in their hands, and more energized in the early hours.
So, if you've been feeling cold in the feet, stiff in the knees, or slow to get moving in the morning, try adding this one small ritual. You may be surprised how alive your body starts to feel again.
It's not a miracle cure, but it's a gentle nudge in the right direction, and sometimes that's all the body needs.
If ginger tea is your warm-up in the morning, then red bean tea is your midday recovery and fuel. It's a quiet classic in Japan, and something more seniors in the West should know about.
That's true. We call it azuki-yu in Japan, a gentle tea made by slowly simmering azuki beans, also known as small red beans. It's not sweet, it's not fancy, but it's full of quiet strength.
Red beans are rich in B vitamins, which help convert food into energy. They're also a natural source of plant-based protein, iron, and even a little magnesium, all essential for muscle function. And unlike heavier proteins, red bean tea is light digestible and great for those who can't handle meat or big meals anymore.
Exactly. Many older adults in Japan don't eat large portions of meat, but they keep their muscles strong through small daily doses of plant protein and minerals, often in the form of broths and teas like this.
And here's something interesting. Red bean tea also helps stabilize blood sugar. Why does that matter? Because when your blood sugar drops, especially in the afternoon, your muscles lose energy, your legs get heavier, and your steps become more unsure.
That's why I often recommend this tea right after lunch or before a walk. It provides steady, clean energy without caffeine, sugar, or stimulants.
So, how to make red beans? Here's the simple way to make it. Rinse half a cup of dried red beans, azuki, or small red beans. Simmer in 4 cups of water for 30 to 40 minutes until soft. Strain the water into a cup that's your tea. Don't add sugar. Drink warm ideally around midday or early afternoon.
The beans left over, you can eat them later with rice or vegetables. Nothing is wasted and everything nourishes.
1 cup of red bean tea around 12 or 1 p.m. is ideal. It gives your body a second wind, perfect for keeping your legs energized for the rest of the day.
And if you have trouble staying steady during your afternoon walk, or you find yourself feeling shaky or tired, try drinking this tea for a few days in a row. You may notice more balance, warmth, and confidence in every step.
It's a gentle tea, yes, but it's doing something powerful. It's helping your muscles rebuild your energy, stabilize, and your aging body feel supported, not stressed.
And in a world full of quick fixes, red bean tea reminds us that consistency and simplicity are still the most reliable medicine.
Now let's talk about one of my favorite afternoon habits, and that's a cup of green tea with collagen peptides. Most people think of green tea as a way to relax or get a gentle energy boost. But after 60, it becomes something much more a quiet tool to protect your muscles, joints, tendons, and connective tissue.
In Japan, green tea is a daily ritual not just for taste, but for healing. It contains a powerful compound called EGCG, which helps reduce inflammation, fight free radicals, and even protect against muscle fatigue.
That's right. EGCG has been shown in many studies to reduce oxidative stress, especially in muscles and soft tissue. So, if your body feels sore or tight after walking, gardening, or just a long day, green tea can help calm that inflammation.
And when we combine it with collagen peptides, the benefits multiply. You see, as we age, our natural collagen production declines. That means ligaments, tendons, and even skin become weaker and less elastic.
And if your joints feel unstable, if your knees feel like they're clicking or stiff, it may not be a muscle problem, but a connective tissue problem.
So how to make green tea with collagen the right way?
This isn't complicated at all. Here's what to do. Brew a cup of light non-bitter green tea, ideally sencha or young green tea leaves. Use water around 75-80 degrees Celsius, not boiling. Stir in 1 scoop about 10 g of unflavored collagen peptides available in most health food stores. Mix gently until dissolved. Drink it warm slowly around 2 to 4 p.m. after lunch when the body begins its repair process.
If you like, you can add a slice of lemon or a few mint leaves for taste. Just don't add sugar, it dulls the healing.
And try to drink it at least 3 times a week, especially on days when you've moved more, stretched, or exercised.
I often remind my older patients, what connects your bones and muscles is often the first to fail, but the last to get attention. So let's give those tissues a little more love.
If you're already drinking green tea, great. Now it's time to upgrade it to make it not just soothing, but rebuilding.
A cup in the afternoon, a moment of stillness, and the quiet rebuilding of the structure that helps you stand, bend, walk, and lift for many more years to come.
Now that we've walked through all 3 teas, ginger, red bean, and green with collagen, let's talk about something just as important as what you drink, when you drink it, how you drink it, and what your body actually does with it. Because timing, temperature, and even your breathing, they all play a role.
In Japan, we believe that tea is medicine, but only when used with intention. Drinking tea is not about guzzling it down or adding it to a long list of health hacks. It's about giving your body a gentle message at the right moment.
Let's start with ginger tea. This one works best when you wake up, ideally before breakfast or 20 to 30 minutes after light stretching or walking. It helps warm your system, stimulate circulation, and get your muscles ready for the day ahead.
Then, in the late morning or early afternoon, we recommend red bean tea. This is your muscle recovery support, full of gentle B vitamins and plant protein. It gives your legs energy and stability, especially if you're planning to go for a walk or do chores. Just make sure you don't drink it right after a big meal. Wait about 30 to 60 minutes, then enjoy it warm in small sips.
And in the afternoon, around 2 to 4 p.m. is the perfect time for green tea with collagen peptides. This is when your body naturally enters a phase of cell repair and tissue rebuilding. Adding collagen during this window can help support joints, ligaments, and connective tissues.
And let's talk about how to drink it. Always warm, never cold from the fridge. Sip slowly, don't chug. Breathe deeply between sips. This helps the nervous system relax and absorb nutrients more efficiently.
You can even turn it into a small ritual. Sit near a window. Feel the warmth of the cup in your hand. Take 3 deep breaths before your first sip. Add a thin slice of lemon or a bit of raw honey if you like, but no sugar.
And if you're taking medication, give your tea at least 1 hour before or after your pills, especially if they affect your stomach or kidneys.
So, to recap, ginger tea in the morning to warm and energize, red bean tea at midday for steady strength. Green tea with collagen in the afternoon for repair and resilience.
It's a daily rhythm, a quiet medicine cabinet you don't need a prescription for. Just hot water, humble ingredients, and a little time.
If you've been looking for a simple, non-overwhelming way to rebuild strength after 60, start here with 1 cup, 1 moment, 1 muscle at a time. Before we wrap up today's episode, I want to leave you with one simple reminder. Muscles don't disappear because of age. They disappear because we stop feeding them. And feeding your muscles doesn't always mean heavy weights, big protein shakes, or hours at the gym. Sometimes it starts with something much gentler, something as simple as a cup of warm tea at the right time with the right intention.
In Japan, we drink with purpose. A good tea is like a friend to the body, quiet, healing, dependable. It won't yell at you like a boot camp instructor. It won't shock your system like caffeine. But day by day, sip by sip, it reminds your body to restore, rebuild, and move again.
So, here's our gentle challenge for you. This week, pick just one of the 3 teas we shared. Start with ginger in the morning, or red bean at noon, or green tea with collagen in the afternoon. Drink it once a day every day for 7 days. And as you do, pay attention. Notice how your legs feel when you climb the stairs. Notice your pace, your balance, your confidence as you walk. Notice how you recover after movement, how your joints feel at night, how your steps sound on the floor.
It's not about overnight change. It's about listening to your body's whispers and responding with care. And if you fall in love with the ritual, let it grow. Try the 2nd tea next week, then the 3rd. Before you know it, tea becomes not just a drink, but a quiet habit of healing.
A strong body doesn't begin with intensity. It begins with consistency. And today, you now have 3 powerful, natural, time-tested tools to support your strength 1 cup at a time. If this episode inspired you or reminded you of a loved one over 60 who's been feeling weak, tired, or unsure on their feet, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and share this podcast.